Hi, Dr. Carol Francis here again, and guess what? It's the fourth class of this course of waking up. And today is all about, well, what do I do with the people in my life? And the reason I say that kind of dramatically is because it there's no way to exactly know what you've gone through, right? There's so many different types of abuse and trauma that people can experience, but I will say that there's also no way to know who you are with people. I mean, some of us really thrive in a social situation, and others of us are depleted in social situations. Others of us want other people to take control of a situation while we're in a state of need, and others of us just cannot stand that anybody would try to take charge of things. I don't know who you are. And one of the exercises of this is for you to come to terms with, who am I? Complicated question, because you really want to ask, who am I now in this moment of recovery in terms of how I feel about having people around me and how I want these people around me? Do I want them interactive? Do I want them to take charge? Do I want them to help me? Do I want them next to me or near me? Or do I want them to give me space? Do I want them just to be quiet? Do I want them not to interfere or be a part of anything? Am I too worried that they're going to say something that's going to trigger me or get me angry, or it's going to set me off on a memory, or they're going to be insensitive and make light of what I've gone through because they don't have a clue, and I'm going to just burn bridges because people are going to be so, what? Or am I going to feel so judged or so blamed or so, oh my gosh, the number of different reactions that you could have to people, I can't even predict. But what I want you to do is to tap into who you are in terms of people in your life and what you need and who are the people that are in your life, because that's a whole nother variable, right? Who are these people? What are they made of? What do they understand? How compassionate, empathic, or judgmental, or controlling, or afraid? Many people will give advice because they want you to get better, because that's the way they know to try to make you feel happy or to do something good, or they're worried that you're going to stay stuck and they don't want you to stay stuck, and they don't understand the recovery process. And by the way, that's one reason why this course is offered online, because you can literally say to them, here, go listen to this online thing. Go listen to this explanation. You'll understand me better, or at least we'll have a conversation about what's going on for me. And they can get a sense of, oh, oh, didn't know. Or they can have a sense of, oh, the recovery process. Gee, that feels better to know there's an actual process to this. And therefore, you can go through these dreadfully awful times and it won't scare them so much. It won't scare you as much either, because you'll understand there's a process behind this. And managing people often takes educating them. But are you in a position to even know yourself what you need to educate them on? So complicated, right? So in this waking up week, I'm trying to kind of wake you up to realizing this can be kind of complicated, and to know it's complicated and not feel guilty about it. And here are some phrases I want you to practice out loud saying. Okay, here we go. Thank you so much for trying to help me. Can I get back to you on that? That way you're not burning bridges and you're appreciative, but you're keeping them there. I do so appreciate that you want to help me. And at this point in time, can I let you know what's going to help me as I kind of discover it? Because I feel so confused right now. I'm not sure. And I don't want to push you away, but I just need some space. And this is just very helpful. When I work with soldiers, that communicating what they need when they don't even actually know themselves what they need. But now if they can say, okay, what I need is some space. What I need is time to go connect with people who have had the same experience. What I need is ordinary life and living. What I need is assistance. What I need is very quiet. So there's a lot of things that you might need. And I want you to now practice saying, this is what I would like. This is what I would need. Knowing you're not the only human being in the world, and you're also not the only human being who's traumatized, because your loved ones were traumatized by finding out what you went through. Whether they know it or not, whether or not they're clear on it or not, whether they even understand their own process or not, their life has been changed too. and they're managing things too. I'm not going to excuse them for their insensitivities. That's not my point. But you have to know there's more than one person in this process, and not to get so caught up in thinking you're the only one that's really, really upset and disturbed by this. Chances are. So, in being able to talk to people, being able to say, I don't know, but thank you, sincerely, or I really appreciate your love for me, and I am going to be able to absorb it and take it. And right now, I'm feeling really vulnerable. I just can't let it in right now. So, there's ways you can communicate your ideas. So, you say, if you need their presence, make your request for them very specific. Like this. This is what you say. I really need to be with people right now in a fun situation. Can we watch 2 hours of a movie together while eating popcorn? That's a very specific request, right? They can either say yes or no, but at least you made your request. That's what you need. Another specific request. I need to tell my story to someone. Do you have 60 minutes? I'm going to limit myself to 60 minutes or 30 minutes. I just need to tell someone my story. I need to get it off my chest. I need someone to hear this, okay? So that's a very specific request. Another specific thing you can say is, I am so bothered by what happened to me. I don't even want you to know what happened to me. It was so overwhelming. So what I simply need is for you to know that I want to protect you from what I experienced. But I'm not so sure it's good for me to protect you. I'm not so sure it's good for me that I protect you. I'm not so sure it's good for you to protect you. You may need to ultimately know what I went through. I may not ever want to tell you. I don't know right now, but I want to let you know I respect you're part of my life, and I'm going to process this over. Kind of a long sentence, right? But I'm trying to give you the examples of how you can say things simply or say things with clarity, but with respect, with love, with a vision that, yes, you're going to recover and you don't really know where you're at in this recovery process, especially as you're waking up this week or this month. Give yourself a breather when you're with people, and give other people a breather too. This ability to not know everything and just reassure people that they don't need to know everything too, that we will work this out. And that's another reason why I have this online course, is so you know that there's a flow, potential flow, and you might weave in and out of different, you might go from course 1 to course 6 to course 3 to course 2. You might change the pattern that I've put out there, but there's still a pattern to it. You might read the book Paths to Recovery After Abuse and Trauma and read chapter 1 and then read chapter 12, or read chapter 3 and then read chapter 17. I mean, you can make your own path on this. But what's really nice to know, and what the people in your life will need to know, is that there is a process to recovery. And you can tell them that you're committed to making that happen. The other thing is, wonder if they pressure you. Come on, you got to get this together, don't you really? Again, I think that's when you hand them the book and say, read through this, or you provide them to take this course. Go through this course so you understand the process that it's going to take. Information and enlightenment may actually make them more sensitive and definitely more on your side. The idea is you communicate, hey, you're part of my team. I just don't know how to team play right now. Or you're part of my team, and can I get back to you on that? Or you're part of my team, I appreciate you, but I don't really know how to navigate this. Or you're part of my team, and I think that I could get kind of triggered right now, and I don't want to go in that space yet. These are really clear things to communicate. Okay, now, another thing about managing people is you're not going to really kind of know which strangers to trust or not. You need to test people out. And I want you to really understand this. Trust is never given away. Never. You don't just say, well, I'll trust you. Or, okay, well, this time I'll trust you. It's giving your trust away. No. Trust is never given away. Trust is always earned. That's simple, right? Trust is always earned. The person who wants you to trust them, you just say, okay, you'll need to earn it. And that's right. I need to earn your trust. People need to earn your trust. You need to have that person earn your trust as well. So you're no longer going into this situation feeling like, who do I trust? The idea is, I don't know who to trust. What is the process of someone earning my trust? And so in this first week of recovery and just waking up to this, just begin to ask yourself that question so that you have more insight into you. All right, that's enough for today. You're going to do the knowledge gain, then you're going to you're going to do the self-reflection, and then you're going to listen to the meditations. You're going to read a little bit from that book, and then if you feel like going deeper, don't forget those bonus videos as well. Otherwise, I'll see you next time or tomorrow, depending on how you're organizing your own time.